And this is why we do it, folks. This beautiful beach. That's a really important voyage for me. I have memories from being a kid when I first owned a bike, and we used to live in this tiny little village where it was miles to anywhere. And I remember what a revelation it was when I moved to Lincoln City and you could ride a bike somewhere to a destination. So you could use your bike riding skills to go somewhere, and not somewhere because somewhere the bike needed to go, but somewhere that you wanted to go, so you're using the bike. And this is really the first time ever that I've sailed somewhere with the boat, because I wanted to go somewhere and the boat took me. Whereas coming back from Brighton, it was the boat needed to go somewhere and I went with it. So it's a really nice first voyage of kind of discovery, and you know, this is the destination that I planned 1 year ago, that we would be here, that we'd sail here, and lots happened in the last year, but I made it. Time to go and do some gig rowing.
Right, I'll come to the tunnel with you. I want to see the girls off.
Yeah. We can just hold them up until we get pushed off and then bring them down. Like a bit like that, look. Yeah. That's it. Gonna have to push off soon.
It's quite a carnival, isn't it?
It is.
Good luck, ladies!
Good luck!
That yellow one,
oh, yeah,
they both
yeah,
go
yeah.
together.
Just up there, look. Yeah.
Is anyone taking a jacket on the boat?
I'm
I
going to
don't
take
know,
one.
I've just put one in.
I
I'm
might
not
take
sure.
it. I don't know how. Depends on
Yeah.
We sit out there for ages.
Yeah, could be.
Take it.
I think I'll go for mine and then I'm just going to...
Yeah.
Len, you want to swap over? You know, we've got our hot drink merch being
Okay, that's it, sorry.
Sorry, guys.
Hang on, people, don't take a photo. Yeah.
One more, yeah, isn't there?
Yeah.
Go on, Dave.
Jeff. He'll be right along the beach, won't he?
Yeah. on the shoulder.
Dave's not holding it.
You go any stage.
You're not going to hold it. Come on, Dave. On your way, John. Dave. Peer pressure.
There you go.
Yeah.
Oh, you picked somebody else. A photo of that logo.
Okay, that's fine. How are you enjoying your Scilly's experience?
Oh, excellent.
Better than last year?
Oh, definitely. Much
Oh.
warmer than last year.
Good, good. Foggier too.
Yeah.
I'm just looking at it.
So the fog is still there. We still can't see Tresco, but we just had word that the ladies team are racing after this morning's races were cancelled. So everyone is rushing out to get to the start line.
You got something for your wrist?
Oh no, I can't. I lost it. I'll be all right though. It's just one race, and I don't need to do anything afterwards.
What's the plan? Are we trying for the same as yesterday?
Consistent, I think.
No, I mean the rate and stuff. Should we change it?
Not
I
changing
mean,
it now.
rowing rate, I think you've got no choice, no control over where you come. But
Well, we don't know what rate we're doing. Just do it.
Yeah, exactly.
just give it the comfortable.
Yeah.
Comfortable with the tide conditions and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that worked
It looks
pretty well
pretty flat,
yesterday. It's
doesn't
going to
it?
slow
So-
down it.
Yeah, when we had it a bit choppy, but the
Yeah.
lady said it's actually
We don't want to
really
go
good
too
conditions.
fast
and burn ourselves out.
No.
You've got to go reasonable pace, otherwise we don't.
Yeah.
I think consistent as fast as we can. Just not. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
do we play for the sympathy vote and kind of come in on the tail end, simply at the back end of our batch?
No, because you never hear the last from the ladies.
That's true. Where did they
Okay,
come
all right,
from?
okay.
Poor thing cakes. Might be asking a lot, but go up. What?
They're all the ladies are going to row in there. One of the
Okay. How quickly can they have drunk it all?
quite quickly.
I just think.
How much
Julie's
grog?
got big cups for them all, so they can like speakers.
Big cups.
So how much grog have they got on board?
Loads of buckets full of various.
This is it. Next race is the men's race. We'll give it everything we've got. What's the technique? What technique are we going to use?
Oh, just go full on.
Full on.
Go for the front for the win.
Go for the front and the win. Okay.
That's it. Yeah.
Pound it, empty the tank, boys.
Pound it. Nail it.
Leave nothing on
Nail
board.
it. Nail it.
What other cliches?
We'll be
yeah?
going full on.
They
yeah.
go prisoners. Here we
Yeah.
go.
We know what we're doing. We've got a plan. Don't tell anyone.
Stick to the game plan. That's
Stick
what I
to the
say.
game
Stick
plan.
to the game plan.
Yeah.
Take it one row at a time, boys.
Yeah.
Okay. And then over to the north end of there. They often put barbecue things out on
It's old
there,
Harry.
all kinds of stuff. Yeah.
Coming up the middle.
Keep an
Coming
eye
up
on
the inside.
side,
Watch your pins.
Yeah.
Watch your pins, guys. It's old Harry's on us too.
It's like you know, sort of Viking day.
The pin. Yeah. The pinhead.
Panels, civic church.
Everybody got a pin under their cushion? No. Right, check. Get them loaded. I did have, but someone's moved it. Now's the time to check it, boys.
What I'd like to do, guys, is just move over there because we're
Yeah.
gradually being so at least I can come in this way. So.
Too many of us range. Boats overloaded.
One at a time. Yeah, one at a time.
This is the raft.
Right, that's all right now. That's good. Guys, can you try and keep the boat stable?
Hang on, one at a time, moving on.
Right, one at a time, please.
Luckily, very long legs.
Let's suck in.
Get everyone together! There! Ready! Yes, please! Betty Stokes' mother. Betty Stokes.
Oh, Betty Stokes!
That's Betty's mother.
Hello, Betty!
Yeah, but there's your mother over there. Look.
Happy birthday, dear Betty. Happy birthday to you.
No, I'm good, thanks on the old spec.
Cheers.
Cheers.
You got one eventually then.
I'm not going to lie.
You told me not alcohol choice is based on logos.
That fog's just held up, isn't it?
Yeah, thank God.
The fog bank's just started
Yeah. Well, we were watching it when we were up on the start line and it blanked out the day mark on St. Martin's was moving in. And that's been the concern of the race committee there.
have to stop one day.
Do you know what group we're on now?
Was good for me, father. It was
Rob! Wiggles!
Wiggles! For me. Old Irish.
Lovely job.
Old Irish. Good for me, mother. It was good for me, mother. Old time Richmond, old time Richmond, it's been for me. It was good for the Cornish. It was good for the Cornish, and it's good enough for me. Won't you give me that old time religion? Won't you give me that old time religion? Won't you give me that old time religion? And it's good enough for me.
When you start drinking, that's the issue. We don't drink, Cody! I only have a drink with my meals. That's breakfast, lunch and dinner! And snacks.
I asked my mother, what shall I be? Hey! Will I be pretty? Will I be rich? Here's what she says to me. Que sera, sera. Whatever will be, will be. The future's not ours to see. Que sera, sera. What will be, will be. I grow up.
Who's the finalists coming in now?
And the crowd is going crazy! They are cheering! Never seen such fight all their lives!
Come on!
Whoa, whoa, whoa! Carry on the follow, folks. There we are. Goran's Pride, Kara's Pride coming in. With the blue paddles up in the air.
Wow, the fog is coming right in.
Yeah, it's bang on time,
Hang
Chris.
on, that was amazing.
Yeah, Blackrock from Falmouth is pulling in the varnished boat.
London Cornish,
Right on.
Oh,
And the fog has just hit the island. How about that for perfect timing?
who's that? Who's that boat there?
And Campbell, that's
Oh, look at them.
Guys, get ready. We're going to be going in a minute. Eyes in the boat.
Okay, folks, and a wonderful season. Here they are, the
Where's Lou? Where's Lou? That's them, is it? They came first. My God, look at them.
It was like that.
That's mixed it up a bit. It's good for the sport.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
You need it.
He's a champion before.
Oh, not for me.
It's a long night. Thanks.
And we're on the early boat.
Oh, we're sailing at 6 o'clock in the morning out of here. We got the yacht moored up over there. Weather
Okay,
permitting.
guys. Can we all sit down, please? We have enough to sit in. Where are
there's going to be some celebrations tonight. Yeah.
Okay, well, when we're ready to go.
Get ready to cast off.
So 4,000-year-old burial mound with quite a good view.
It's 2 minutes past.
The rest of us are still walking around with sandwiches, trying to skip that value mountain, talk to a kid. Here's my phone.
Blue flowers everywhere. So I decided to re-anchor between St Agnes and Goo because the wind's swinging round to the west and I wasn't as protected as I had been in Porth Cressa, and it means I've also accomplished another thing I set out to do this holiday, which is set foot on a different island. So just having a look around now, I think there may be a pub. It's quite a view though. Just going to give Caroline a call to let her know that I got here safely and I'm anchored up, and I may try and find a pub. There is a tiny little bit of sand here going between the islands which separates St Agnes from Goo, and that's my dinghy there, and that's Heartbeat anchored over there, and they'll all swing round, and in the morning I shall be setting off, hopefully quite early. Should be nice. Anyway, I've not got long because the tide's coming in, so I'm going to go for a quick explore. Have a rest, enjoy the view. Quite a place to be. So there's a Rudolph and a snowman. Awesome. The best ice cream at the end of the country. Thank you, Caroline, for the top tip. And this is the view. Wow. I think some of these tents are going to have a rough night tonight. I'll keep my voice down about it. Cows. Lots of cows. That's where the ice cream came from. Unfortunately, this sailing yacht, Kermore, has anchored on top of my anchor. So I've been trying to hail them on the radio and I've been trying to knock on the boat, but I think they've gone to the pub. So I'm hoping I'll be able to get them and that I won't have to give them a rude awakening at 5 o'clock in the morning when I set off to go and sail back to Falmouth. But it is literally, I think I went out there in the dinghy to check, and I think the GPS position is literally right on top of where I dropped my anchor. So what can you do? It's just really annoying because I'm single-handed and they've got a crew, and if I have to deal with that on my own, trying to fend off and everything, that's going to be really annoying. Okay, so I haven't posted another video since I got here, and I think the reason I haven't is because it's I got some really bad news. On the first day of races, well, the day before when I got here, I got some bad news from Anneli to say that she wasn't feeling well. Say that her one of her glands had swollen up, and it was really painful. And she went to the doctors. So the next day we did our first lot of races, and we had quite a good day racing. We were a bit lower down than last year, but the team hadn't had as much of a chance to train together. So I think overall we did really well, you know, and we actually ended up going in a set below the ladies team, which was a bit of a downer for us. But then on the next race we managed to come in second, which meant that we were moved up to that heat. So that was really good news, and then so we're all on a high coming back from the beach and everything, and I checked my phone, and I got news from Anneli that she'd gone into hospital because the swelling on her face had got worse and worse and worse, and it got to the point where she had to be taken to hospital. And of course Amy wasn't there, which would be my usual first point of contact, because she was away at a wedding. So quickly racked our brains to think, oh, who has a car, because Anneli doesn't drive, so who could take Anneli to hospital. And thankfully Sean, when she heard the news, stepped up and ended up driving Anneli around a bunch of hospitals, it sounds like, before she eventually got to the right one that could do something about it. And then got in touch with Deborah as well, Deborah and Manny, and Deborah very kindly went to see Anneli and offered to help and everything. And she's looking after the cat at home, and of course just so many thanks to Sean and to Debs for stepping up when we really didn't have anyone else. I've never felt so useless and kind of I felt really bad, because normally I'm the one that can drive Anneli round and can, you know, sorts out thing. If she needs to go into hospital or something, I'd take her to hospital. And it just came out of the blue. It was just like all of a sudden. And there's nothing worse than being stuck on a boat in the middle of the ocean, literally on a desert island, and you can't be there, and you can't, you know, help when you need to. So that was, you know, I felt so bad. Firstly, that I hadn't checked my phone quicker, so I couldn't do anything much. And she's, you know, she was in a bad way, and she desperately needed help, and you know, she's still in hospital at the moment, and she's recovering, but she's still not well, and just not being able to be there. There was literally nothing I could do. I mean, even if I could get a plane, because of all the gig racing, I couldn't have flown there and then flown back to pick up the boat. It just wouldn't be feasible. So thank you so much to Sean and to Debs for picking up the slack and helping with that. And then of course the next day, I was a bit late on the beach because I literally woke up and I was feeling like crap, and I was rushing around trying to get ready and get on the beach to help the ladies get the boat in the water, and I just felt terrible. I had a really bad night, obviously worrying about Annalie, and obviously when I got there, I was like, oh, this is what's happened. Look, I haven't even had a shower yet. I've just literally come over here. You know, do you mind if I just go and get a shower and get sorted out? And that was cool. And then thankfully, you know, sometimes you think, oh, these things happen for a reason. Sometimes things just work out okay, and you can't figure out why. But the fog rolled in, and the first race was cancelled for the ladies and the men. So I had plenty of time to get a shower, get some food, get a proper breakfast, sit on the beach, and get ready and cheer myself up and get really ready to do the race. It almost was cancelled for the second race as well, but they managed to find a spell in the middle, and they managed to do the race, and it was awesome. And it was a real race to the finish. We were right next to another gig, and it was so close. It was touch and go. No one in our team or theirs could say whether they beat us or we beat them. We were leading them for the whole race, but they managed to just come up at the last minute and you know, and pip us to the post. But it was just such a good race. And then afterwards we went to we rafted up. We went to get some beer. We rafted up with all the other gigs, and just had an awesome you know, drinking session on the water, shouting stupid songs, and you know, just having great fun. That cheered me up a little bit and took my mind off the fact that I was just being completely useless, and there was just nothing that I could do to help back in Falmouth. And so I'm ready to leave now. I've moved anchorage because the wind's changing. The wind's going to be favourable, so it means that I'll probably be able to do, if I have an early morning start tomorrow, I'll probably be able to get all the way back to Falmouth and to Annalie, and I'll be able to hop in my car, drive to the hospital and go and see her, and you know, hold her hand and just make her feel a bit better. And I know she'll feel better with me there, but what bad timing, you know. If I could have stayed on the Scillys another week, I would have stayed on the Scillys another week, but then with this coming along, not a chance. So you know, maybe later in the year or something, maybe we'll come back and I can get Annalie to fly over or get the boat over, and we'll have a you know, a mini holiday or something. I don't know, because it is such a beautiful, incredible place, and I've you know, it's unfair that Annie's managed to have to miss out on that. But yeah, wow, what a few days it's been, from the very emotional high to the very emotional low, and everywhere in between. And thank you so much to everyone in Redruth who stepped up to the plate and just helped out when I couldn't be there and Annalie needed it. And especially to Jenny, who is opening the shop. She can't open the shop today, but she'll be on Tuesday. But she'll be opening the shop for the rest of the week. Jenny, can't thank you enough. It's just, you know, taking that burden off. So now I'm going to cook off as much food as I can, because there's loads of stuff that needs eating. I'm going to chill out a bit and get ready for sailing back tomorrow, and getting back to Annalie and seeing how she is. and yeah, a bed that doesn't rock. This is an awesome anchorage. I wish I was here some other times because this is very comfortable. But yeah, really looking forward to being home and seeing Anneli at the moment. Fingers crossed, it's good weather tomorrow. We'll be on our way.